For the previous video, there was a technical glitch, so I'm going to upload this video again. Well, there's a news coming from the New Zealand cricket circuit that they've announced their squad for the three-match series against India that's going to begin on October 16th in Bengaluru. Well, Kane Williamson is going to miss the start of the Test series for New Zealand because of a groin injury that he suffered in the recently concluded Sri Lanka series that New Zealand lost 2-0. So in case of Williamson, he's going to require some time for recovery, and there's a chance that he might be available for the remaining two test matches that are going to take place in Pune and at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. So in case if you have just joined us, well, New Zealand are going to miss the services of their prime batter Kane Williamson for the opening test of the three-match series against India due to a groin injury, and in his place, Mark Chapman has been called in to the New Zealand Test squad. Well, Mark Chapman is a seasoned campaigner for New Zealand in the white ball formats, in ODIs and T20Is, and now he has been given a call up to the Test squad. He's yet to make his Test debut, and that's one of the new additions that New Zealand have had in their squad in comparison to what their squad was against Sri Lanka. Also, there is one more change that New Zealand are going to have, that Michael Bracewell, their spin bowling all-rounder, is going to be available for only the opening test, and he's going to travel back to the country for the birth of his child and there for the remaining two test matches. And in his place, East Sodhi, the leg spinner, is going to come in for the remaining two test matches in Pune and at the Wankhede Stadium. New Zealand have also had one more change ahead of the India series, that Tim Southee, who was their designated skipper until the Sri Lanka series, stepped down after team's poor show against Sri Lanka. They lost 2-0 when New Zealand did not really have a good outings, as far as New Zealand's Tim Southee's test captaincy goes. They didn't really, do well in those big matches. Also failed to win a few series, outside the home conditions, and that's where Tim Southee, who himself had felt that his place in the side is not guaranteed as far as the overseas tests are concerned or the subcontinent tests are concerned, that's where he has stepped down as the skipper. And Tom Latham is going to take charge of the team now. He's going to take over the reins, starting with the India series and also the England series, which is going to be New Zealand's last test series for the World Test Championship cycle of 2023 until 2025. Well, New Zealand are in a precarious position. They have a total of 6 matches remaining, 3 against India and 3 at home versus England. And if New Zealand lose either one or even more than one in those remaining 6 tests, then they would be out of the contention of the WTC final race. So that's about it as far as New Zealand's team changes for the India series and their World Test Championship final go. There's one more thing that New Zealand are going to have, that Rangana Herath will also travel to India with New Zealand as part of the coaching staff after his consultancy role as a spin bowling coach in Sri Lanka. So let me just read out to you the squad of New Zealand here. Tom Latham is going to be their captain now. Then there's Tom Blundell, their designated wicketkeeper. Michael Bracewell only going to be there for the opening test. He'll travel back to the country for the birth of his child. Mark Chapman, Devon Conway, Matt Henry pace bowler, Daryl Mitchell, Willow Roque, who impressed with his brilliant pace in Sri Lanka, Ajaz Patel, who took a 10-wicket haul in a single innings the last time he toured India in 2021, Glenn Phillips, the rising all-rounder, Rachin Ravindra, Mitchell Santner, Ben Sears, another pace bowler, East Sodhi, only for the second and third test, coming in as a replacement for Michael Bracewell. Tim Southee is now going to feature as a player. Kane Williamson, whose participation is still under doubt, he'll miss the opening test, and Will Young. What do you think about New Zealand's squad for the India series here? Can they really challenge a team who's unbeaten in the home conditions in the last 12 years or so?